We're about to take it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Tony and Lee on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love got me going live on the radio. Two mics and a mind on the radio. Radio, turned up on the radio. Radio, turned up on the radio. Turned up on the radio. Radio, turned up on the radio. Two nights and a mind. 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 Yeah.
Hello. How are you guys?
Nice in a mind.
What up? We back. Right. We back. One more again.
We are back. No matter what. Tornadoes, rain, snow, we'll be here. Mm-hmm.
That's right. Hurricanes, typhoons, whatever type of other storm, as long as the power don't go out and we still got the Wi-Fi and the cellular towers, we might be able to still stream. You know what I'm saying? That's what we doing out here in these streets. Ain't that right?
That's
digging
right.
Boogers. Don't be digging boogers, Tula. Get the camera froze up. Okay. Oh, she went. Okay. That's all right. Well, ain't nothing wrong with digging boogers with the pinky. As long as you do it with the index finger, I prefer the pinky. But nevertheless, there you go, Dr. Joe. All them booger pickers out there, do that pinky, put that pink up in there. That we doing. Yeah.
In the air.
On the show, all right. Dr. Joe, right before we started, you asked a very intriguing question. I dare you to ask that question again.
Well, let me tell you a story. I was talking to our friend from Jersey, and she was like, "Hey, but what is two mic and a mind mean?" And I explained to her in a way that I understood, but honestly, originally, I don't know where it came from because we are 4 people. So she wanted to know why 2 mics and there's 4 of us.
And nobody on the show is named Michael. You know, there are no Mikes and Michaels on the show. I don't know. Tuli, can you explain this? Because I wasn't here for the naming. I was not around at this point.
Yes, originally it was 3 people. And we came up with 2 mics and a mind because one person thought they were literally the mind and they really were not. So, so that's where it came up.
One of your explanations was so off. It was so.
What'd you say?
My explanation to her was so off.
Oh, did you? What'd you say? Well, the 2 mics. I mean, it was just the number of people, and then the people. Then one time it was 2 people, and then the audience was the mind. So it's just this is the name of the show.
Cool, but I mean, she took it though.
She just explained it, and I'm even the more confused after hearing her explain.
She said that there was 2 people, so 2 mics.
It was 3. It was 3 hosts. Okay, just like it's us right here, and it would be 2 mics and a mind. But the one person thought they really were the mind of the show, and then we said, "No, you're not the mind. It will be 2 mics. Will be us, and then the audience will be the mind, or whatever week." Because remember, well, you probably don't remember, but we used to allow our guests that came on to be the mind, and we were just like the mics. So
okay, so maybe I was kind of. Yeah. With your hey, like no, you're not. It kind of. I told her that us 4 is one. It's one mic, and then whoever comes in as an invite is the other mic, and then we're trying to come into one mic.
Into one. The comments, the mic, they might be the mind. Depends.
Yes.
Yeah. The two women is the mic. And Dwayne is the mic, and Tony is the mind. Welcome, mind.
Welcome, mind.
All right. Was there anybody on the show named Michael?
Never. What? What is wrong with you, Mike? Oh no.
Okay, so the show is 2 microphones and a mind. So why in the show called 2 microphones and a mind? That would make more sense.
You just take it away and go. You just take it away. We just told it to you, Joe.
Hey, good to see you there. How you doing?
Your microphone don't count. So actually, 2 ladies a microphone. I have to be the man. You just in the way.
Yeah. If I've never heard of a show, you say 2 mics under mine. I'm thinking it's gonna be 2 dudes named Mike. I would never be able to take the word Mike and say, "Oh, she really mean microphone."
What make you think?
So why did you decide?
What the?
Is it God? You ever
Because
heard?
a lot of podcasts are called Mikes. Mike and Mike in the morning, all that stuff. So it's a lot of people who name the podcast after themselves. How would I be able to know microphone versus mics?
No, like somebody said, "Yo, pass me the mic." It's the mic, not the microphone.
Listen, you talking to the man is lame. Okay, he just got married. That's the most exciting thing I've done. That man don't know nothing about no stuff. You try to get him. Don't try to get him. Don't try to get a man step outside the comfort zone.
Now we don't want to know details at this point. We're just happy you got married.
That's all.
Hey, well,
you can't make no baby. Did Lee make a turd yet? Has she seen you turd yet?
Oh my gosh!
Listen, I'm wide open in these streets.
Oh
listen, I want her to explore the crypts, the crypts and crevices.
That's
oh, poor woman. Woo.
So you got to invite her in the bathroom and tell her stand right there in the door. I had Smith do that. Come stand right here in that door. And watch me, man. That's when you know. That's when you know the love is real.
It's sick. It's sick. And
they got to stand there and smile. Don't hold your breath. How many y'all got in agreement? That's how you know the love is real. The love ain't real if you can't stand there and take the pill.
Sick.
My hands.
I'm sick. Not you. I'm sick.
Yes, you are pretending there.
Whatever.
Hey, it's all me. I'm sick. I'm doing. Oh my gosh.
Y'all all right over there?
We done. I'm just Chanel said a hurricane had her stuck in traffic for over 2 hours in North Carolina.
Really?
In Florida. I should get stuck from the hurricane. Well, you know, North Carolina, so they probably gonna get ready. They probably up there.
Oh, they're going crazy, preacher. My coworker
real crazy.
Like everybody's out there shopping, and I think they're getting the least of the hurricane.
That's what I'm saying. Don't make sense. Some stuff these people do make absolutely no sense. Georgia don't get weather like that. I mean, you're gonna go buy a bunch of refrigerated food and the power will go out. What you gonna do with it?
Right.
Insurance companies, some don't even cover it. Some insurance policies don't even cover like.
You felt that? The lights is about to go.
Yours went out. You got yours blink too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Y'all like really?
I'm right here.
Oh, his computer. Their computer went down.
I see the water. Who computer?
Oh.
Your Wi-Fi just went down.
Mine went down.
Yeah, it's back up now.
What? I saw them normal. I think it was yours.
It was his. Man, that man so bad. That man know over here. That man don't know it.
I'm asking you, Tony, because you're up there by the window. I was like,
I'm about to go out and say the weather.
On the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh. Listen, I don't know why the Florida people don't more. I'm being with you.
Somebody lost power. Travis lost power at work.
Who lost power?
Travis.
He said he just lost power at work.
Where is he?
Travis ain't you in Georgia.
Yes.
Travis, you would have been at serving. Why you been there serving? Him and what that other
Stay safe, Travis.
Yeah, stay safe, please. He says a category 4. Yeah, good to be in Georgia. Georgia, we don't get it. Like, I mean, we might get some power knockout like that. We'll get some flooded down like down South Georgia and nothing in South Georgia. If you're not a slave, you don't even need being on South Georgia. That's just being honest. Shalom, I mean, oh man, South Georgia too hot. That's for slaves.
That's a pretty picture, Rashida.
Who?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Look at her cheekbone.
We'll say she can make them pictures. She can have that picture that weekend because y'all are cool. Man, what Smitty did to me, she gonna suffer. Y'all gonna suffer.
Tony, okay, I'm not got time to play with you. Why?
Make sure that nasty attitude, and Al Cooper ain't gonna pay for that.
I agree with you, preacher. You gotta pay for it.
Thank you. Everybody got to pay them. Look at that. I was at the store early and people were shopping like it was a snowstorm. It's just rain.
Not even a snowstorm. Out in Jersey, we don't get crazy like that. We get like storms.
You from South Georgia. Yeah, that's to say you from South Georgia. My wife, she was born right down there. She was born right down there near Perry Hospital, Perry, Georgia. Yeah, she don't live down there in the South. You lived in the South.
I have lived in the South.
Okay.
You liked it? Was it nice, Tuli?
Yeah, it was country. It was a lot of gnats, but it was cool, you know. Yeah, I actually it was slow. The biggest thing we had was a Subway. I remember when Subway came. Oh my gosh, it just.
How long were you there for?
A year and a half.
The money ran out.
Okay.
Told her time to come on home. Then.
They did.
Come on. They said, "Come on home." They said, "Come on home, and be like us, no education."
Wow.
She got more education. She got more education. She got with me.
Okay, Tommy.
Okay, who you with when you got your most education?
You caught the ride.
Who
okay.
you with? Who you with? Who you with?
And you got on board. You got on board, baby.
Who got on board?
The
You cramping my style. You cramping my style. You holding me back.
That's hilarious.
It's called direct driving.
You holding me back.
You holding me back. Put it with her, man, please.
Okay, so what you talking about? Like the
it's a lot of stuff to talk about. I learned some stuff this week on the political side of the game. Man, what I learned, I'm talking about what y'all learned.
Listen, man, I'm glad you went on to say what it was. I know you just got married. I was like, hold on, man. Slow down, Whoop. You're going to go way too far. You got lots of stuff this week. Listen, man. Tell your wife teach in private, okay?
Yes, sir.
Wayne, that look like what you eating?
Ice cream? Soup?
This right here is teriyaki stir fry.
Okay, look
at
it. Let's see it. Put it. Let's see it.
Let's see it. Show the plate.
Oh, we can't see it. Don't worry about it. We see the metal and the fork down there. No, hold the plate up. Okay, rice. It's got a stir fry. It's got black beans in there. If not,
it looks like black beans.
If it's not, it roaches. He just ate them.
That's not. That was a reflection. Tony, we
gonna get black beans in it.
Broccoli, chicken. It looked like baby corn.
Bacon and corn.
Some carrots. Some what is it? Onions. It's stir fry. It's stir fried vegetable medley with teriyaki.
Gotcha. Awesome.
Can she cook? Or you eat like a pig? Can she cook?
Yes, sir.
That's good.
But what I was saying is what I learned some political stuff. But before we get into that, I want to see did anybody that y'all learn some new stuff this week? Because it's always about we still learning every day. So have y'all learned anything this week?
I did learn something this week. What was it?
Well, I gotta wake up Tuli when she started that snoring. I'm trying to watch TV and I can't sleep. I can't go back to sleep.
What did you say?
Get up, that noise.
You did that last night. You scared me too.
This morning. Yeah, you scared me. I couldn't go to sleep.
What did you
do? You did that.
Kind of hum and snowing. I said, "This man, this ain't." I said, "Hey, I said, you got to get up. We can't do this one. What's wrong with you?"
You woke her up because she was snoring?
I'm trying to sleep, man. I'm like, I want to go to sleep too.
But this is not fair. Glad you did that because you, sir, you do that all the time. And now
it's called payback. No, it's paid. No, it's payback.
Okay, that's fine.
So now you know how to sleep more quietly.
I do.
So you woke her up because she was snoring and she was like, "Whoa, what's going on?"
She jumped. She thought somebody had broken the house.
He's scared.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Put up with that. He said Malcolm talking about a BBL too fun.
Oh,
I don't even know what a BBL is, but BBL. Man, I seen that lady.
Hey,
one of them booties put in.
You say, hey, that's like Janae. You watch the comic book like with Janae. You're like, I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
He didn't have no idea. But y'all know what I was talking about, right? He was talking about that violent. That was a superhero.
Yeah.
Man, kill everything and stomp it down the worm. So what he do, he'll get you, kill you, then he stomp in the worm food. I said, listen, man, if that one of them cartoons Janae be watching her and Brandon, I'm like, that's excessive. Either you got like some gamma ray. I'm telling you to be good. Space Ghost. You remember him? He'd have little things on. He pressed.
Yeah.
Space Ghost. He like Space Ghost. Yeah, he was. You remember Space Ghost Smitty? He wore white, he had the black. Yeah, Space Ghost was serious. I used to want that thing, press them button and make the raid come out your fist.
Yes, sir.
Yep. But they stole. It was clean kill bad guy. Everybody disintegrate or disappear. Nobody stump nobody no worm food, then stick them on no hook and feed them to no fish. That's that's extreme, Malcolm. Malcolm, try to find something else safer to watch.
Yeah.
I seen the lady dead at the bank. Man, she had one of them booties. She came in out. I tried to take a picture. I said, I gotta get this picture where they'll think I'm no freak. But when I tell you her booty was messed up, I don't know why her whole man was standing behind. He couldn't get close to her behind. And the butt cheeks came into like a cone shape going on. I said, you didn't check that booty before you paid for it.
Right.
That's a prime example of going get bad booty and then paying for it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Oh man, and then she was up in the age limit. She looking around like, hey, y'all see me? Y'all see that booty? I go tell you, yes, ma'am, I did.
Yes, we do.
I want to refer you to a good attorney. Because these folks, whoever did that to her booty, then the bottom part was tucked on. It was sticking out, but it was terrible.
Wow.
Yeah, it was terrible. But she should have went somewhere and got her some sheetrock from Home Depot and just put it out.
That's what they do. That's what they did. A lot of people in New York you heard about.
What is going on? How are these women wanting to go get bad booties?
Horrible.
I'm just saying, why are you paying these folks? When you come through, you be like, man, this thing got to go down. I got to make sure it fits some draw. Let me see in the mirror how it fit the draw before I pay you. Because I'm telling you, a lot of folks messed up. Somebody had sent a video of somebody, it was a girl had one, somebody, was it a celebrity? They show her walking down something, man, her hip, it's like they must do something to her hip. She was walking all head crazy.
Disgusting.
Man, her booty was, man, she looked disgusted. That side of it, it's just like, y'all, them, one of these rapper Minaj, or who is Nicki?
Oh, Nicki Minaj.
Did she get one? Or is it another girl? She staying
I'm pretty sure all of them got something.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't put nothing past none of them.
What's the other girl who like Nicki Minaj? That's another one. She was mad. Y'all who?
Nobody's like Nicki.
Yeah, it's another like because they stay into it. Yeah, they actually stay. I seen on you.
I don't know. I don't keep up with that stuff. I leave that to the young people.
Cardi B.
I mean,
that's the name.
When we were young, Nicki Minaj was popular. So if you don't know her, like how old Preacher knows her, like that, you have to know who Nicki Minaj is.
No, she want to tell me who she. I seen from the video. If you two don't tell me who you was in a scandal, all I look for is scandals. I ain't got time to watch it. Oh, they like going great. I want to watch it. That's cool. They'll do it. The man said that.
Wow. Nicki was popular growing up when I was in high school.
Just exercise. Now you ain't gonna just exercise and get no booty. It's a certain exercise you gotta do to get a booty.
What exercise you gotta do, honey? Cause
please, somebody send it right here.
I just now I get y'all all swole up. Then everybody gonna be coming.
No, it's not true, Preacher. We're fine how we are. We are thankful.
Yeah, my friend.
Y'all hilarious.
Cause she need to know, honey.
I said I knew Jamaican restaurant that Dave and Boot went to. They said this. They got a deal. Y'all tell us a deal. The lady selling a spring roll. One spring roll for $5. But if you buy two, you get them for $10.
The lady selling spring rolls in the fall. That don't make no sense.
Listen, one for $5. But if you buy two, or you can get two for $10.
That's crazy.
They bought 4 of them. I said, damn, you know about $40 worth of spring roll? Man, I can't, man. $5 for 8 spring roll. Chinese people give you like 3-4 in a pack for that.
Was they good?
Was it special? Did it have anything in it?
No, I mean, whatever. Man, for that, you need to crack cocaine, $10. That too raw. He said they said they average at best. He said, don't waste your gas to go over there. Have some highlights. I gave her a 4.2.
Where is he?
And he bought 4?
He bought 4 though. Then he bought a veggie bowl. And his wife, I sent a picture to Wayne. Y'all can send on that for what they call crusty salmon. But I don't see no crusty. I see some sauce. Put some sauce on now. I sent him the picture. Yeah, I don't know, but I be trying to tell. They know they be going around experimenting them places. He said it was a brand new building. They in a little shopping plaza. Ain't no Jamaican restaurant sending no brand new building know how to cook. Jamaican restaurant can cook. They shot, and then this how you know they good. You say, "Can I use your restroom?" No, man. We know how to know restroom. You say, yeah, "Let me go ahead and get my food."
Good though.
Salmon looks good. That's what they but that's what I'm saying. They'll tell you they ain't got no red room. That's where you want to eat at. And they'll have a nerve to have sit down and eat.
That is so true.
No,
in
we
New
don't
York
have no
is the same
public
way.
restroom, man. No public restroom. You be like, huh? Y'all got sat down restaurant. No, just eat, man. Food already clean.
Wow.
All right.
Squat.
So,
yeah, squat. It's a certain type of squat one to do.
I can't do
The
that.
Bulgarian squats will help out. They want to build them.
That Bulgarian squat something serious.
What
Oh
is
yeah,
it?
man. How you walking that Bulgarian squats? He said,
Hey man, that thing is something serious,
Well,
man.
they
I'm still
put it on. I
recovering.
know
I'm
that.
still recovering right now.
They had to do those. They had to do regular squats. Then they had to do lunges.
Lunges. I heard
Yeah, them
lunges.
lunges. I'm feeling them lunges.
Maybe,
Yep.
maybe Megan the Stallion. I don't know who she. I heard her name. I know who she was by name.
Oh, you mean maybe Cardi B? Is that what you're
No,
thinking?
Cardi B. Who I was talking about the name? I couldn't remember. I thought they were probably the same people.
Cardi B has
Yeah.
disgusting body.
And-
Like
So she the one. Did she get one of them? Did she get one of them booted? I thought one of them got one.
she did. She's the one that says that got something bad in New York and they had to come bring it out because it was infected, something like that. It was infected.
Yeah, because they putting somebody else. Is it somebody else booty they putting on your booty? What are they doing?
What?
It was
What
like some
else?
cement or something in New York. Because she was poor. I think she was a stripper or something like that. So she went to get into a cheap place.
Who? Cardi
Hey.
B?
Yeah, she didn't have money when she got her body done. So she got it like in one of those doctors that they don't have an office. They just do it in their house. So I think she was in danger. Yep, Cardi B.
Well. I heard that.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So the dude
here's what I learned.
What you
Y'all
learn?
ready what I learned from the political side of the game
What you learn?
that I want to share with y'all? Actually, I put together a little one-page chart. And I know I'm late to the party, but just want to share this because it's something that I learned is as you know, the election is right around the corner. And since the election is right around the corner, I'm doing everything I can to get more informed because, I just want to find out about a lot more things. So what I thought initially is that the only people running for president was red or either blue. But lo and behold to me, I was able to get my hands on a copy of the sample ballot. And here's what I discovered on the sample ballot that really blew my mind.
Yeah.
And that is right here.
Yep.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different candidates whose names are on the ballot for the upcoming election.
Yep.
I found that very interesting. And what else I found interesting is I thought that you can write in whatever name you want to. And that's not true. Those people have to be a certified write-in candidate.
Absolutely.
So if you look over there to the screen, you will then see a list of all the other people who are certified write-in candidates.
That's right.
So I was blown away at the fact that this is what I learned. And my first question that I don't know the answer to is, why was I only aware that there were 2 candidates, red or blue?
I don't know. I knew they had others. I think Preacher mentioned it.
Yeah, we had. You know about Kanye West? You didn't know about him?
Yeah, you can always. Years ago, you could write in. You could write in. You have to do whether it was certified or not. You could write the person in. They start changing the rules when people start learning because most people didn't know about writing in candidate. I did my first writing in candidate back in, like back in the 90s. And this lady, she was losing. I told her I need a pen. She was like, "What?" I said, "I need to get a pen and do a write-in." She's like, "A write-in? You can't." I said, "Ma'am, I need a pen so I can do a write-in." She's like, "A write-in? You can't do it." So this white lady heard her. We kept talking. So she was like, "Is there a problem?" She's like, yeah, talking about trying to get a pen so he could do a write-in. She said, okay. She said, give him a pen so he could do it. She said, what? I've been doing this for 15 years and I ain't never heard that before. I said, lady, because you black, why would you know about it? Oh, she was hurt. She was hurt. She was. I can say hurt. You have now.
Wow.
So a lot of stuff people just don't know, like what you're saying, because you typically are taught to do what? Follow direction. Follow direction goes with what? What do you see? So what do you see? That's what you do. It don't make sense for you to do anything different. So you see the independent candidate. I don't know. Claudia Cruz. I never heard of her. Yeah, Cornel West is running. Who's he running there?
Mm-hmm.
He's not even running with a party. Oh, he's running independent. I'm sorry, he's running as independent. Cornel, nobody want. No, they're not gonna vote for Cornel West. First of all, Cornel, he wasting time. Honestly, he needs to be more strategic. I'm gonna tell people what I would say if you ask me opinion. Vote who you want. Honestly, out of these candidates, if you're going for a winning candidate, if it was me, just tell y'all my opinion based off the two really people gonna look at, which is Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Donald Trump. That's strictly me, in my opinion. If you want to get the economy moving again, Donald Trump. If you want to try to get, you just like, I just want to, go against the grain and vote for somebody else. You can do that. It ain't going nowhere. I mean, I like libertarian views as far as on the taxes. I like their end on a flat tax. Get rid of income tax, dissolve the IRS. A lot of people sit in jail shouldn't be in jail. Listen, if you put the taxes on goods, okay, just give everybody a pay, okay? Everybody get your money. Drug dealer, I don't care what y'all. I'm not condoning no drug dealer, no illegal, whatever y'all bankroll. The people that keep trying to catch on income taxes. If you put the taxes on goods, let me ask y'all a question. Who buying the Rolls Royces? Who's buying these big Mercedes and big bills? I'm talking the nice. Who's buying all this stuff? Who buying these G-Wagons? People with money, correct? So if you put the taxes on goods, that's how you're going to get your taxes. Nobody's going to escape it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you're a drug dealer, but you got to eat. How you going to, if you buy food, you're going to pay what? If you put the taxes on the good and do a flat tax, that's how you're going to get your money. Let people get their money. Now, do I say dissolve Social Security? No. Social Security need to be reconstructed simply because people are not responsible enough. I know they're gonna say, "Oh, well, we can't be responsible people." You listen. If you want to play that game, for those that feel like you're so intelligent, people should be responsible for their own retirement. Well, you are responsible to put up, but that's just something if you did nothing. And because a lot of people don't make a lot of money, they don't have the option or the ability to pick a really good retirement plan. So the Social Security plan can work. It just needs to be overhauled. Now, if you want to play the game of everybody play responsible for themselves, then let's get rid of police and the military. So when something happens, you go out and you fight it for yourself because it doesn't make sense. You need some government interaction, control. There are things you need to leave in the hands of other people. As far as the taxing, flat tax. As far as you want to get a good candidate, listen, out of what you have, let's just be practical. You can pick who you want, but to be honest, Trump will be the better out of him and Kamala. That is my opinion. Based off of my facts and my belief, Kamala will not recover this country. Kamala Harris has been a vice president of a president that has shot this country and taken it backwards. You have to stop going along with candidates because of a party. You have to start voting on the candidate and not the party. The party is not going to be running the office. The whole Democratic Party will not be inside of the White House.
Right.
She will be in the White House with her cabinet that she already has now, that she's going to transfer over into the office of Joe Biden. Her and Joe Biden have done nothing. Fixing the border wall, fixing immigration, they're telling you that the stores price gouging. Why are you telling us this? Why haven't you done something? What is your boss done about that? You hadn't told him this? He doesn't know that they price gouging? He doesn't know the border wall is a problem, and you're running off of that. That's a disgrace to what you guys have done in 4 years.
Horrible.
So I'm just being honest with you. Nothing against her person. I don't know nothing against her person. People use that. Yeah, I don't think she should run and say. I think she should come clean to tell everybody she is a native Indian. You don't have to say you black to get black people support. Be who you are. People should vote on the candidate, not the party.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I said Trump, these are the only two viable people that's going to get in that office. The independent ain't going to win it. The libertarian not going to get it. It's all, I mean, I don't blame him running, and he got a right to. But let's be practical. In the state that this country's in, we're in a mess. Right now, the best we can get is building the economy. Neither one of them going to fix them. Neither one of them are conscious when it comes down to this climate. The climate is a mess. We need people to come here and be sensitive to the climate. Look at these storms. Look at the destruction that haven't been reaped. And all these people do is keep digging, keep tearing up, keep removing trees, keep destroying, keep polluting the ocean. We're dying, people.
Yes.
And no, Trump will not be the savior. He will be part of the problem. But for now, he's going to be our best choice out of those two. And I'm not a Trump fan at all because he can't shut up. He can't stay when he's not conscious about the climate. He's a businessman on the end, but he's also going to hurt us later. But right now, we need money in the hands of people so we can fix this economy. That's best we're going to do.
So got a quick question.
Go ahead.
A question is in terms of understanding the Electoral College, you know, what it is and stuff like that. There's something known as swing states.
Yes.
So my question is it safe to say that if I don't live in a swing state, then my vote don't matter anyway because the Electoral College has already been solidified on what color they're going to vote for? Like, for instance, if I live in California, based on the data, it's saying that the Electoral College is going to vote blue. Always. So if I lived in California, would my vote count if I decided to vote red? Because based on the trends, it's going to vote blue no matter what I vote if I lived in California. Yeah. So,
but these are studies. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be 100% that. I think you can make a difference regardless of what they say that state represents. I know what you're saying, but you never know. For example, like
you do know literally you do know that's how they come up with the word swing state. Swing state literally means I don't know what this particular states are gonna go, but the rest of them I do know.
Well, that's true. Yeah, those are studied. Typically, they'll look at, like, Georgia was a long time Democratic state.
Exactly.
So Georgia switched after we got rid of
it changes.
Rob Barnes. He wound up being a one-term governor. I'm gonna tell you who hurt him too. You know who hurt him? Smith. I'm sure you know.
John Lewis.
No, who hurt him was Eddie Long.
Eddie Long.
Yeah, campaign in the church. That's when the scandal came out about the boys. Then he tried to distance himself from it. Yes, campaigning at the church, trying to show himself with him, and that kind of hurt him because that whole thing came out about the boys. He tried to distance himself, but at that point it was too late because he had associated himself. He was considered him, Creflo Dollar, they were the two largest quote unquote African American churches in the state of Georgia. So they knew going there was a big hit for him. But anyway, and I saw they were just saying that on this one, I got my German here in prime time. He's saying Cornel West said at the beginning his purpose for running was to bring issues to the table that affect Black people. He wasn't trying to win, but he didn't do that either. Okay. Yeah, me personally, prime time, I think that's a bad ideology. If I'm gonna run to win. At the same time, but he's right. And I understand that. I would have said if it was me, not just saying putting Black issue. This becomes the problem. I want to say this. When you run in elections and you, depending on what you're running or what do you run on like a county, state, federal end, it's certain things you really can't run as or run for the purpose of. When you're running for the president of the United States, it's just being real with y'all. You cannot pick a color.
No.
You have to be inclusive to all colors which is all races. It has been inclusive to all parties. All come in with a party pushing you or nominating you. You're real, and all these people, people lose on the end. Just like when you say this is where they lose. When Kamala attacks Donald and attack his, when you say the right, you're saying everybody who's voting for him for the fact that I agree with some of his policy. Just because people vote for Donald Trump does not believe you agree with everything Donald Trump says.
Mm-hmm.
It's based upon what issues are being addressed. He just fits the issues that you need addressed. It does not mean I agree 100% if he poops in people's mouths. No, I agree with I need to get this account. That's my biggest problem right now. Immigration. Mm-hmm. Those are the two fights what people are looking at right now. Okay? Mm-hmm. Cutting these taxes. Jobs. All this relates around the same things. So people will vote for him for that. With Democrats sell to people is this. Democrats sell programs. Get me in office, I'm gonna do this for black people. It's always gonna come with what? We're gonna overload the system with more government entities. More government entities mean more interference. That's the Democrats can't offer they can't offer a product without government interference. Somebody gotta hold. If I'm gonna feed, if I'm gonna feed 100 people, I'm gonna go hire 10,000 people somebody to hold the bread, somebody to put the wrapper on the bread, somebody to wrap it back up, somebody to iron the plastic. So you just overload the system with so many government programs. Then there's never a relief to this is a short term. They don't ever teach how to fish. They just throw fish. So it hurts a lot of time for people. It's not that both parties got problems. The Republicans got problems. They got people that can't seem to say the right thing. They'll say things that it comes off racist or bigotry toward other people of other ethnicities. So they kind of miss the point on both ends. There's no way to be the president of one set of people.
Right.
One race. You're the president of the people. You got to be mindful of the issues of people, not parties. Parties cause problems. Parties want you to do one thing, like Democrat. Their biggest push is what? Women need to have abortion. Why y'all don't go get them? Why don't go get birth control? Some of this stuff you can take away. Don't need that to be a fight. Don't get pregnant.
Right.
It's not hard. The fight makes no sense. Why are we fighting over can women have abortion? You don't want to have a baby. No. Then what do you have to do to keep having the baby? Don't have sex. Well, condom. Take a pill. Put the thing in your arm. Put the foam in your vagina. It's too many things to do than for us to keep arguing about your right to kill a baby.
Yes.
I mean, it's your choice, but don't put it on us and say we need to let you do it.
Right.
If you can't kill our kid, and listen, if my 13-year-old kid, if I had one come to my house with drugs, and he in a gang, and I beat the piss out of him and I kill him, and I'm going to jail for murder, then you're gonna go to jail when you kill that baby.
Right. But they don't consider it. Let's remember, they don't consider it a baby. It's just crazy.
Got a quick question for y'all. Back in regards to this map,
okay,
it's showing about 7.
You ain't with us. You're not like us. You know that. I know that. I'm telling you, like, what's that, Kendra? You ain't like us, Dre.
Okay.
Go ahead now. Say what you want to say. I just want to get out my chair. Go ahead.
Back to this map. It's showing that's approximately 7 or 8 states labeled as swing states. According to these stats, it's showing that these states will actually determine who the victor of the election will be. Do y'all agree with that in terms of swing states and the power of that? Or do y'all think that this chart is wrong?
I'm trying to think. Hold on. Now, I heard you say, do we agree that what happened? In a nutshell, just get to what you're saying. Did we agree that the chart is wrong because of what?
Swing states.
Okay, you don't say it, swing state. What about them?
So according to this chart, about 7 or 8 states will determine the outcome of the entire election. Do y'all agree with that premise or not?
Yes. The only reason why, because certain states, you know, they're going to vote like this regardless, okay? Florida's going to come out red. So it makes sense. Florida's going to be red. Georgia's a swing state. Georgia's going to pretty much going to go red this time. But last time it went blue. Yeah. States you're always going to, the states that's going to actually determine the election are going to be Georgia, they don't really have a lot of electoral votes. They play a part. Typically, you want to go with this. However, Florida goes, usually Georgia follow. If Georgia go red, North Carolina just about going to go red. If North Carolina go red, he's going to need Pennsylvania, or she's going to need Pennsylvania. Those going to be, and you're going to need Ohio. Those are key critical states when it come down to closing side. Pretty much everybody, as you know, like Delaware, everybody know they're going to be blue. New York is blue. California blue. So, I mean, and it ain't just because the electoral, the people, those are more free care. They're the states like, who need draws? You couldn't even sell draws up there. Those people don't wear draws. They just carefree. I mean, it don't matter. Finding hair color, whatever you want to do. They just feel like, you know that from being up north. How many weird people you see? Like, we see somebody walk down the street, earrings all in their face, different color hair. We look at them like, but yeah, you know how many
it's
you
normal.
See? Yeah, it's normal.
If you're not weird, they look at you weird. Like if you're normal, they look at you like you're not normal.
So let me ask you this.
Okay, you're gonna ask
my next question is based on that in regards to swing states. Hypothetically, if you lived in California, would your vote matter if it's not blue?
Wow. Say it one more time. I gotta read his comment. Repeat.
If you lived in California,
yes,
would your vote matter if it is not blue?
Yes. The reason why we know that because they got Republican senators. So yes, it does matter. You just got to remember your electoral votes typically go like this. They're going to go with the majority of people, their constituent. How many people gave over their votes as Democrats? So they're going to give it over to say, okay, I'm going to give mine over based off of my district. This how many people in my district voted for this candidate. So yeah, it just you gotta remember those people they sell California sold about a lot of bad dreams. Pretty much the whole United States follows New York. New York and California pretty much set the precedent. Jersey, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, they all follow New York. They can say what they want. They follow New York. New York set the precedent for them. I mean, they're gonna take all that and they're gonna take their precedent from who? From London, from England. They set the fashion trend for them, skinny pants, the whole nine. People follow the style. They're gonna get it from Europe. They set the whole precedent for the whole United States. Everybody else, either you follow along with it or you fight against it. Me, I'm one that fight against it. I just don't agree with a lot of the ideology. A lot of people falling right behind it.
Yep. And up north, I think I was from there. They're so open-minded that it's always going to be blue. Because usually blue is like yes to abortion, yes to women's rights.
Yeah.
Like,
no, the chart is not wrong. The biggest state is Arizona and Pennsylvania. Yeah, Arizona's gonna go. They're gonna go red. They'll probably go red. Maybe I don't know. It's funny because they ain't got John McCain no more, so that's kind of hard. But typically they will go red.
So think about it. What you're saying, Dr. Joe. If I understood you correctly, you said states like New York is always going to be blue. So my mindset, if what I'm hearing is, and we're only talking about the presidential election, we're talking about the top of the ticket. We're not talking about any local issues or whatever, or any other issues. We're talking specifically presidential. So if I lived in New York, what I'm hearing is my mindset says if I don't vote blue, then my vote will not count because it will always be blue.
I tell you how it could change is I'm one of the guilty people because I did not vote. So maybe if the people that do not vote because they feel like the blue people are always going to win, if they come up and actually do something about it, because I never voted because I thought it's always going to be open-minded people. Blue is always going to win. So there's a lot of us over there up north. So if we actually voted, I think it'll make a difference.
Yeah, but that's what you said is true. Just like here in Georgia, Georgia has had a red governor 3 times back to back. So to say that Georgia is a swing state, Georgia looks at it this way: I want my Republican governor because I agree with my Republican governor's views. I'll take my president based on his views, not because of his party. That's the difference with Georgia and some of these other states. States they're calling swing states will sometimes have a Republican or a Democratic governor, but that does not mean I'm going to vote for a Democrat or a Republican president. And what people don't realize, some of these people like me, I mean, I'll switch. I don't think a state should hold you like some states will hold you to. You cannot switch parties in order to vote. But I'm looking at the individual. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, parties have never ran a government system. A person does. Mm-hmm. A person there, a party will push behind, give it some agendas, but at the end of the day, the individual is who's going to actually be making the call in that position. So you have to be conscious of the individual as far as their integrity, their honesty, their willingness, their background. What is it that they're saying they're going to do? What changes are they going to implement? And they're going to look out for people. If a president going to go, I'm going to do this for black people, it's just beyond, and I'm a person, quote unquote, will be considered black, simply because of the title, not color. But at the same time, I'm not enough of the majority of the people to make the influence. You have to get a person that's conscious. To me, a good president. If I'm like me, quote unquote, if you vote me for president, there is no way I wouldn't bring in my cabinet Caucasian, Indian, Chinese, Vietnamese, Jamaican. I would form a board with all these. Why? Because America consists of all these people, Cubans. Mm-hmm. So if I forgot about it's only, just short-lived, understand me. Because there is no way if you're one ethnicity that you understand culturally every one of these people. There's no way possible. You can sell it to somebody else. You have to have people say, let me offer this, Mr. President, as being a quote unquote, whatever the nationality, ethnicity. Typically, these are things that are sensitive to my culture because you're dealing with America. When you're dealing with America, you're dealing with the whole world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The world follows pretty much the precedent that America sets. We're that influential.
Yes, very true.
So it's insulting for any president to run, any person to run for the office and not be willing to construct a cabinet, a board, a commission of people that say, hey, I need to speak to you about that. Because a lot of things we'll say that people want, they ain't what they want. I'm thinking, they're Hispanic thinking, I'm going to push, we're going to put a bunch of Taco Bell. They're thinking, who told you that? We don't eat that stuff. We don't even consider our ethnicity, food. But because I'm thinking this is something they want versus I need to be familiar, have people in my cabinet that's familiar with them.
Cultural incompetent, yeah.
Yeah, and it hurts us. It's too many ethnicities that's getting missed. So now when you run, you keep trying to date one. Oh, the Hispanic community. We have a large Asian community.
Yes.
We have so many different cultures. You got a lot of Haitians.
Yep.
No one ever comes out. You never hear people talk about the Somali, the Haitians,
right.
Liberians,
right.
Trinidadians. It's so many different cultures here that makes up America. So you gotta get. You can't. That's stupid not to. That's how we break down the barrier walls of the fighting. When people understand one another, understand people are people. They just come from different regions. I have different upbringing, but they're still people. And you gotta be sensitive to the needs of people if you're gonna fix the inequalities. Yep. But that's just me. Vote for me, I'll fix it. I'll be my own security. I'll say that when I have a prayer conference. Just say what y'all ask me a question, Mr. President.
Mr. President.
But see, I'm my own security. I don't know what's going on. I know she said, look out. You got to say it the right
way. Your own security, preacher.
I got my own security. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to say, listen, we want to cut that, right? Let me get me 2 pistols. I'm just talking. So know how to call my name right. Call me El Presidente. Talk. Don't be yelling at me because I get nervous.
Ooh.
Listen, this is what happened when you had to be your own security. But no, in all honesty, we really need that. Unfortunately, I don't see a candidate in no near future that's really gonna look at it that way. I know people, it sounds good. It sounds good because it's very much possible. You can go get every other kind of group together to do a study on this or that. on homosexuality, how many people are married. So why you can't put together a committee that can go along and let's get people in here so we know how to fix the inequalities?
I don't understand. That's a great question. It's like Bueno. It's like you said when Tuli was running, right? You said you got to learn how things really work and how we can change things. I also got to understand that. So I see it as in a bigger picture, just like in the smaller picture, what we did with when that election was going on, people, it was a pattern. Like this woman that was not doing things kept on winning. Why? Because other people were not voting. So I think it's the same thing. You got to change that pattern. If it's not working, something has to change. I think that's the same thing with, presidential, like something big. People that are not voting, a lot of my friends don't believe that I didn't believe that when you vote, you choose a president. I felt like they choose it. We have nothing to do with it. So I'm not even wasting my time. But the pattern just keeps on happening and we're not changing anything. So we do have to do something to change it. If we don't like it, at least try. But
CJ, we appreciate you. CJ, you can click on, but also though, listen, y'all can join in on and put up when your show comes on, CJ, if somebody want to come in and listen, chatting with CJ. Tuli was on his show as well back when she was running for
I remember.
CJ.
That's right.
When he gets the opportunity, we appreciate you, CJ, and the rest of all our other listeners. And the rest of y'all too. Now y'all welcome. You ain't got to be just him. And I agree with Lowry said too much government. I was listening when Prime Time was saying Georgia flipped blue to for the presidential election, but didn't vote for Stacey. And that shows you the difference between Georgia and a lot of other red states. The fact that we looked at, picking Brian candidate based off experience, based off of performance, based on he got us through COVID. People can dislike him for the part, but let's look at we got through it. States that shut down, New York is still hurting. When they can't come in the store without them COVID shots. What happened? This is what people had said. Remember, you couldn't come in a restaurant unless you had a COVID card. You couldn't try. People went to jail for a doing card.
Yeah.
Now, where these folks are in prison. Where are these? Why are we not showing these cards? You couldn't fly. You couldn't go nowhere. Now they open because the whole thing was a hoax. They look at blue states created this foolishness. New York now made a mess out of everything. California they made a mess and they still behind. And now they want to punish states. So you gotta stop and really think about your decision. Stacey. Now I know somebody that worked with Stacey Abrams. I heard she's a very intelligent one. I met Stacey in person. I was not impressed. I asked her some questions. She did not answer my question. She talked about something that had nothing to do with my question. So I'm yet to find where they saw this intelligence at because it was a very simple question. But I didn't see her as the person for government.
They were very simple questions.
It was a very simple question. She couldn't. And
give me an example.
I'm really looking at that person. Listen, white man Chris. I'm looking at his competence. Because I asked her a very simple question she could not answer. So I looked at
answer. She would not.
So I was very simple with my question and she couldn't answer. And that made me mad. Joe and Kamala should be locked up. They should. Because people saw them. And he's also CJ show Friday and Saturdays at 6 p.m. Y'all join in to CJ. Appreciate him too. Great person. But again, back to people, Georgia looked at the person. And when back to Wayno, at the same time, you were saying, like, if I'm California, I should expect blue. Part of the reason why blue keep winning, blue candidates win, is because the ideology of the people. Look at the crime in the state, just like New York and just like California. What you think happened to those states turn red? You think their crime level will be to those levels? That subway gonna clean up. They're going to get rid of that stuff. A lot of folks had to get out that street and get a job panhandling. And you know what? It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot of union jobs because union jobs hold up a lot. The fact that you got to get 3 men to clean a window. You can't let nobody else clean it. They're going to bust it. It's just too many problems. Listen, I'm for unions help regular people because it make companies that non-union have to stay competitive. So for people that hate unions, you just really don't know. Unions are very much viable for the fact you would not get a fair wage if it weren't for union jobs. They have to be somewhat competitive to keep people from going or changing their companies to unions. Before unions came in, they were just giving you a salary. You were overworked. There was no overtime. So unions got a benefit. It's just bad people got in unions and they wind up just manipulating it. Just like New York. Listen, the cost of living is that high because of unions. It's that high because of the fact it's blue and they lazy and they let these people do lazy, dumb stuff, and good people get punished. California, people, all these states, every state got good people, and we all got bad people. The bad people hurt us. We got to come together and stop making us a black, white, Chinese, Asian, or whatever it might be. We all got bad people, and we got to call them out.
That's right.
Those of us that stand for right got to stand together and stop just doing the color thing. It hasn't helped us. And listen, think about this for people who going to go with the all black. Now, we just finished here in Rockdale County. I just use Rockdale County. CEO black, one of the commissioners black, one lady on the board, Caucasian. These two people here, and it's just to be as nice as I can, not just been, have just ran this country, ran this county to the ground. This ain't the only place. Every one of these places you find where we put people of color in, they have disappointed us and let us down. We fought, people marched, people died on the run of, if you gave us a chance, we could do it. As soon as they got the chance, they messed it up. They went right in. And if your answer is, well, nobody said it when the white people did it before me, I say they need to give you double prison time. If that's the lame brain excuse you're going to use, nobody locked them up. Why they didn't go to jail? Why would you commit the crime? When we run, we know we got to be above board. You know they watching us, just like Mayor Adams in New York. Quit being stupid. Come on. Oh, they always gonna get the black people. Since you know that, then want you quit being a crook.
That's right.
You to do right. I don't feel sorry for these jokers. So I think I said somebody say he said fact. Not Eric Adams is on the high. He put, but now he said not. Yeah. But I mean, and let me say with Eric Adams. Go ahead.
I had a quick question I wanted to follow up in terms of what Dr. Joe mentioned about changing the mentality of people. I want to share with you guys a particular stat, and I want to know what your take is on this particular stat right here. And the stat says that today, African Americans have stronger support for the Democratic Party than any group has for either party, showing they did 93% in 2012, 89% in 2016, and 87% in 2020. Why do you think African Americans have strong support for the Democratic Party?
You go with what you know.
And also,
were you voting? Before I met you, were you voting?
Yes.
You voted before I met you. You was a regular voter.
You were a Democrat.
I did vote before I met you. Yes, sir.
What did you?
I can't hear you. You far away from the microphone.
Well, what did you vote? Was it Democratic too?
Blue. My first time voted was when I was 18, and I was told that you're an African American, you're supposed to vote blue. So that's the only reason that I voted blue, because that's what I was told.
I agree. And what color person told you that?
The same color as me.
And that's why we're in the prep. And that's exactly why we're in the problem we're in. Because the person that told you was informed by somebody else that looked like you didn't know what they were talking about. And that's why so many quote unquote people of color vote Democrat. What they've been told, if you vote Republican, what they told you, Republican want to lock black people up. Republican want to put black people in prison. Republicans want all the money. So everything we've been told, that's it. We know where it originated from, bad ideology, but at the same time, our own people again are our detriment. Bad information.
You know, preacher, one of the things that you guys like, one of the things that anger me, like growing up as in my 20s, was that they compared a lot. Like Democratic parties always spoke about homosexual agenda and black people as together. Like, let's help, you know, the black community, and then let's help the LGBTQ community. It was always Democratic, like always comparing it. And I'm like, it has nothing to do, like LGBTQ community has nothing to do with the black, quote unquote, black community. But it was always compared. At least in New York and New Jersey, it was always compared. And that literally angered me so much because it had nothing to do with it. Like two different groups.
It's a sexual preference. It has nothing to do with a race. But unfortunately, they do it because they make everything that's got a handicap, an ailment, an illness, a defect. You know what they stick it to? They always stick it to people of color. And that's why people of color had to break the barrier and start becoming thinkers, start looking at information. Resident Joe, were you voting before you came here?
I did like not few times, not often, few times.
And the problem and what has to happen, you need more of the conversation of it. Just like now, people express it and stop doing the party voting. If you're gonna vote for a party, you're not a free thinker. Vote for the individual. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at the party. The person, like I said, the person who's going to be in office running, that's what you got to look at. You got to look at protecting your ends, your assets. You have a home, or you're looking to purchase a home, you have a vehicle, you have kids. Those are your assets. So you got in your future, your 401k, your retirement, all these things are important for you. So listen to the candidate, you have to look at what candidate is addressing issues that really affect you. You going after, okay, go ahead. Yeah, that women should be, okay, go ahead and do that and do what you're doing. That's fine. But at the end of the day, when you get through doing that, then what? How does that affect you? Like me, if women can go and have abortion, that doesn't help my taxes. That doesn't help my medical. That doesn't help my retirement. That doesn't, and I'm not saying you shouldn't care about other people's rights, but some of the things that we're fighting for aren't addressing the real issues. So now you have to start looking at addressing the issues. This how you get problems fixed. But people don't want to deal with real fixing problems. They just want to run behind other issues. The LGBT community, let me ask you that. What group, this was why it makes no sense to have this whole fight or ideology of the homosexuality, the LGBT. Who's stopping you from being gay? Exactly. What police is walking around stopping people from two men being together? Nobody. We can have our opinions on it. I have my opinions on it. No, I don't agree with it. I will never agree with it, but I'm not the person to walk around and make two people stop. That's just not me. Do I have a right to my opinion? Yes, I do. Do you have a right to do it? Yes, you do. And that's how we stand. But you don't have a right to go and handcuff somebody's mouth and lip to say they can't say anything about it. It's you the only one can have something to say about it. That makes absolutely no sense. You got to be able to, we have to be able to agree and disagree. But we can't run our country off of, oh, I can't say nothing about your acts or what you do, but you can criticize me. That makes absolutely no sense. We need to address the issues, making sure we all stay on point of what? We need to fix this economy. We do need to fix immigration, but we need to make sure we're addressing for people. If we're giving away money, California is giving away $25,000 to anybody coming in who wants to buy a home. If you're an immigrant, no paperwork or nothing. What about the people that live in California who's being evicted out of their home that are citizens in there? It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. So the only way to get things better is to get people here and let's stay on point. Why you wanted to put your phone inside the computer? Okay, we'll make sure we're good. CJ said he agreed. Listen, we definitely appreciate it. See, listen, and that's the whole thing right there. What makes the difference is getting people to look at the person, getting people to fix the problem. We're not fixing the problem.
Right. And another one of my issues, preacher, I would say when I was younger, I usually would vote for the third parties because I was not with any of the other two parties that were going to win. So I would vote for the third party. And I was not making any difference, I feel like, but that was my mind because I feel like I'm not supporting these two other crazy people. So I'm just going for the third party to vote. But
I'm trying to think. Well, again, there are people that are going to vote just like they're going to vote for Kanye. What's not Kanye? Wasn't it Cornel West? They're going to vote for Cornel West. Going to feel like I want to vote for him because he's black. Or I want to vote for him because he's the underdog. That's your right. All I tell people is this. You can do this. You can go for what's your right, which it is. Everybody right to vote. But then you got to start being strategic on how do I get things to work for me? sometimes just voting for the underdog. If you're saying, if I was a person, I was going to vote for Cornel West, I'll be a person that will be pushing for more people, trying to see how we can get support to win. Just to say people on the outside, people don't realize that's a waste of the time. But that's just me now. Why not be effective and try to win? I hadn't seen how many he had done a debate. They should. I don't know why they're not demanding these national newspaper TV stations. They do the debate. We shouldn't respect them unless you put the candidates up there. They need to be heard. Let them be heard. Let the people choose. They feel like, well, no, really, Republican, Democrat. So they show you how much mainstream controls who you see. These people can very well be viable candidates.
So let me add this right here. What I did is I watched the debate between the red and the blue team, and I also watched the debate of the third party, because you can actually, they had a third party debate as well. And one thing that I found interesting is some of the take as why are those people running third party if they know that they're not going to win the main election and so forth and so on. And they had some really, really, really great talking points that really kind of caught my attention. So I would just say, for those of you who are not aware of the third party candidates, you definitely, take some time and just do research on all those candidates that's listed. If there's 5 people, part of becoming an informed voter is making yourself aware of, all the people that are listed down as candidates. It's always good information, So that's what I did.
For me, I think if everybody could get, if we could get them to really just get them to where we could really got to force the hands of these news networks to allow these people to get on, get on the stage. We need to hear them. So whatever you make for that, again, that's still your choice. But at least let them be heard. So at least with them being heard, it makes the difference where people can hear them to decide. To throw their candidate name up there, a lot of people have never heard these people nor seen them. Like, even if you hear the name, you want to hear the candidate, because when you hear the candidate, you might say, you know what? I like what they're saying. I like the issue. Like Robert Kennedy. Kennedy could have actually been a viable candidate. Me, honestly, I would have voted for him. I liked him on a lot of ends. I would have voted for Kennedy. I mean, he would have been somebody I would have considered voting for. But unfortunately, they put him off. So if I'm looking at the candidates, you got to look at who you like. Are we doing sign language? You didn't say nothing. You want to fight? Just say what you ain't about that life. You ain't even like that. Like that, Joe. That's my gangster game. You ain't even like that. Don't you? You ain't even like that.
They ain't like but yeah, Derek said I'd rather vote for Pedro. Honestly, for me, like vote for Pedro.
If he good, I'll vote for him.
That's what I'm saying. But honestly, I've been here since I was 9, and I wouldn't want any country, like, it doesn't matter, Hispanic, Haitian, Jamaican, if they don't know of the culture, if they just got to this country and they don't know of America, I wouldn't vote for them. I don't care how much they know about, Latinos, because they won't know how the culture is here and what we really need to do. I feel like it has to be somebody that was born here and that had a generation of a family here, so that what's happening to this country.
Yeah, I think with let me ask something. You came over 9, so you have a green card or you have citizenship,
right? But when I go to El Salvador,
you can say, yeah, you got both of them,
right?
I believe I can't remember because I was little, so I don't know if I still have the Salvadorian one. So
let me ask you that. Did you, CJ, good to see you, won't get you. Let me ask you that. So let me say, did you have to take a test? If I understand that, you got to take
No, I didn't. I came here already with my mom had already worked everything when I came here. I just had to sign a paper, and then because she was already working on that, so I came through a plane. I was fine. Like, I did not come. It was normal. I came here supposedly to visit the country, and then they check your checking account to see if you're able to stay here and you're able to support yourself here. Yeah. So my mom had to work that out because she had to show her bank account. So I didn't have to do any tests. My mom was already a citizen when I got here.
Oh, okay. All right. Come on, Matata. CJ, how we doing?
Hey, good. How are y'all doing tonight?
CJ.
Always great to see you, CJ. Tell
Yes,
her what
sir.
you got cooking. Good to see
Well, I'm doing the Citizens Police Academy here in Conyers right now, and we just toured the county jail Tuesday night, and the sheriff came, and I might have him on my show soon. I don't know when, but there's an issue. There's one commissioner that's been giving him problems. I'm not naming names yet, but
you get what color? If you had two types of ice cream, vanilla or chocolate, which kind would you eat?
It would be vanilla. But
Okay.
there you go. I like that. But there's been a leak inside the jail, and this commissioner is not voting to give him. Well, she never voted to give him money to fix the jail. So, and it's the commissioner's priority to keep those inmates safe. So, yeah, that's going to be a big issue coming up, and I just wanted to let y'all know, and I'll probably be having him on the show here shortly soon. So,
well, can you make sure that you ask? I know this is not the first time that he's asked for help on fixing the roof. So make sure you ask how many times he's come before and how many times it's been denied, so people will understand this is not a first denial, and this is kind of somebody said, "Oh, give him the money," when the person could have had a chance to say, "Give him the money back," back when he asked those other few times. So,
and then asking why he had never presented to me, because I do roofing. I could have fixed that roof.
You gonna
it has to be right. I think it has to be county approved before they do it. So, yeah. But I just wanted to bring that to y'all and let y'all's people know. And you'll see my flyer on Facebook. So when y'all see it, make sure to share it and come on to the show.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Yeah.
So what you got to help us out today? And I saw you would come in when I was talking about who I would be looking at voting for. I don't know why people are so scared to say who they're gonna vote for. They vote for it. They keep up with you, Republicans. It's like, come on, people. Why we? I think the reason they convinced us and not saying who you vote for is to keep people from realizing nobody actually voted for that other person.
Right. Yeah. And we have so many. And the bad thing is we have so many. Well, I'm saying we because I'm part really of the Republican Party. We have so many black people on the Republican Party now, so it's like it's not a new thing. People are switching over now because they figure out how the Democrats are playing, and the Democrats here, even in the local election, got so mad, even at y'all at your election, saying, "Oh look, they're working with the Republicans." I'm like, really? No, they're not. Like, what the heck? It's a community issue. So, yeah.
That's a way to keep people divided by parties. Like just like games. If you notice, they divide by colors. So they don't run parties. It's
color and race.
Yeah, that's constantly. That's what they are constantly keep using instead of people being divided about issues. Issues really decide whether we better ourselves or not, and it's important to get people to see that. If at some point you gotta realize this: everybody black ain't going nowhere, everybody white ain't going nowhere, everybody Asian, it's over with. Everyone's here now. I mean, it's here. It's clear cut. Everyone's here, and we gotta learn how to work together. We got too many wars. I don't know why, but Joe Biden has done a terrible job on selling these war. And I mean, people got to look at it globally how this has affected us on trade. We've lost the dollar being traded in other countries. I've been out of the country. There places will not trade the American dollar because America has lost its life. America could speak one time and everybody else would pretty much follow. If you spoke against America, you were the enemy of other countries. Now you speak against America, other major companies are agreeing with you. So we're too far spread out. There's no way to fight a war in Taiwan, Russia, China. I mean, the Middle East. It's just no way to fight all these wars. You got North Korea. They know they have America running like this. They know we're listen. They got sanctions on them, but they're killing us for how much it costs to move a ship, to put a ship in the water for months. Y'all, we talking about hundreds of millions of dollars over time sitting here, and we just throwing away money to just sit here.
And then one of the biggest lies Kamala told in that debate was there is no active military in war zones right now. That was one of the biggest lies she told.
Exactly. We got people on the ground, and we got soldiers over there captured in in Russia, over in fighting there, over in Israel, helping fight. Yeah, we always putting our people.
I don't know where she got that. I don't know where she got that from. So,
well, she got it from the same playbook they always get it from. Just tell them what they need to know.
Yeah,
they can think that Americans are safe. America's not safe. Every time we get in these conflicts, we create new enemies. So Americans are known for traveling, going to the country. So when you get caught in one of these places, we get held hostage.
Yeah.
So they're actually costing us American life. Now we have to negotiate and let bad people go to bring good people back. Yeah, I tell you.
I follow the Bible, and if you read the Bible, America is not in the Bible. So America is going to end before the world ends. So people need to start looking at that and paying attention to that. You know, America's not going to last forever.
Listen, Rome, Greece, Egypt, nobody lasted forever. You know what I'm saying? Babylon, everyone has fallen. Every great Ethiopia, every great empire has fallen. Germany, Great Britain. Great Britain used to have a saying that the sun never set on the British Empire. Do y'all understand? Everywhere British had more property than anybody else, that the sun never set on the British Empire. Now look, everybody withdrawing from these countries. Just like America, people withdrawing. People don't want to party. People just leaving them. People are done.
People are
yeah, even in America, people are tired. People are frustrated with both these parties, so they're not going to the. People just tired of politicians lying. People want a real person. I think that was one of the reasons why Trump was elected first time. People just said, let's go with a person. Let's get rid of politicians. Let's go with something.
And it's following down to the local elections here in Rockdale when we had Chairman Oz Nesbitt. He kept lying, and we got rid of him.
Yeah,
people are tired of it.
Yeah, people want it different. People want somebody, real people that understand the situation, that really care about what's going on, is not shoving their pockets of money, and we're losing the county. And it's not just amazing. It's not just Rockdale, Newton County, Henry County. A lot of these counties, man, all of the same builders are walking through, raping all these counties. And are the commissioners, these builders, and the citizens are paying it. We're dealing with the effects behind it, the roads, the trees on. So now the pollution, you know, everything's changed. You need these trees. They give us oxygen. We get carbon dioxide. We need trees.
We need to get back to farming, really. Really,
I'm with you. But listen, they got rid of all the farmland because they traded away farming to other countries. Now you fighting with them, and now you can't grow it.
My grandpa had a farm up in North Georgia, and then I had family here off of Augustry Bridge Road that had a big farm out there, and they're not there no more.
Where the homes over there now?
Yeah, oh yeah,
that's it.
Trees are down and everything.
And that's good. So you're originally from Rockdale?
Rockdale in North Georgia, Dawsonville. So
man, you up there, Dawsonville. Up 400.
Yes, sir.
Coming. Listen, I remember wasn't nothing up down. I remember you passed exit 13. Man, you was just riding. You was riding. You was in a whole nother world. Trees.
When I lived up there, we only had, that was before the mall came, because we had the outlets. I lived right there at the outlets, and we only had we had church. That's what I did, and then after church we only had Ingles, Burger King, and McDonald's. That's all we had.
And that was good living then. It was
good living. Yeah.
Good living. Hang out in the parking lot. He'd be like, hey, man, it was good living. But look at it now. It is so many restaurants. We went up there back. Was it this year, Tula? That we went to Dawsonville earlier this year? Maybe last year.
Last year.
Before we went to Africa. Yeah, we went up there. I was blown away. When I went up there last year, I hadn't been up there in a while. I mean, I was like, wow, they got so much out here now. It's like, they took away the simple living.
Yeah. Wow.
Now, Wayno, he's from you were from a little country, little town in Florida.
You're muted.
You're on mute. We can't hear nothing you said, which is good.
He's probably happy.
He wasn't talking
from
to us.
The metropolitan area of Orlando.
Don't exist. He said,
we have airports, we have major super Walmarts, we have shopping malls. We're much larger than the county that you currently reside in.
Don't do that, man. You know, nobody even heard of Sanford. People not.
Wow, you got really.
The county that you currently reside in only
there.
has one city. What county is so small it only has one city in it?
But we got other cities that we got.
Yeah, you said it, CJ. You sure said it, CJ.
But tell us, CJ, we got some Stockbridge over here, and we got Loganville, and we got Loganville. We got other cities.
Mm-hmm.
They just not the city seat.
Right.
So I just bust them up. That he hurt now. Andy
Listen, I'm a political strategist. Y'all can go ahead and say whatever y'all need to tell yourself to make you feel better. But I'm from a large town, a large population.
Okay, let me say something. Now, CJ, you know, you'd have heard of the state of Florida.
Mm-hmm.
You heard of Orlando?
I have.
You heard of Tampa?
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville?
Mm-hmm.
Miami?
Mm-hmm.
Fort Lauderdale?
Mm-hmm.
Sanford.
Mm-mm.
Look at CJ said.
Mm-mm.
Sorry, Bueno.
You were leading the witness, Your Honor. He was leading the witness.
Well, have y'all heard of Palm Coast?
Yeah, Palm Coast.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's where my brother's from. That's where he lives.
Pompano, Mirror. What is it? Oh no. What happened? Is it Mirror? Mirror Island down there. They got a lot of places. I've been all through Florida.
You said what picture?
I think it's Mirror Island.
Ana Maria Island. I told him about Bueno. He didn't even know what it was.
How did you pronounce it, Dr. Joe? How you pronounce it?
It's Ana Maria Island.
I ain't never heard no Ana Maria Island. That's a whole nother one. You gonna throw me in here and say I heard of Ana Maria Island? No.
I thought that's what you were trying to say.
No, Coconut. What am I talking about down by Coconut Beach? They got the
Palm Coast is off Interstate 95. Palm Coast is just south of Jacksonville.
Well, south of
Ponte Vedra, Jacksonville, Ponte Vedra, all that further down, right when you get up towards Volusia County. I used to drive through it all the time on my way home when I had to commute all the time. So I'm very familiar with Palm Coast. All I tell you, I never stopped there because it didn't look like it had anything. It was a very small looking city.
Yeah, I think it's very new. I think it was wasn't it created in like 2000 or something like that after a flood or something happened. I don't know.
Well, it's very may be correct. It is very small, but I'm very familiar because I'm a Floridian.
Mm-hmm. You're not that familiar because I spoke to you about certain areas and you do not know what I'm talking about.
No, you said Ana Maria. I've never heard of Ana Maria.
That's what I'm saying. It's Florida, so you should have known.
Florida has maybe about 12,000 cities. So if you say one of them and I never heard of it, does that mean I'm not from Florida?
That means you're not from there. You're not gonna name no.
I'm not from Ana Maria.
Have you ever heard of Willacoochee?
Absolutely. I heard of Willacoochee.
Where's Willacoochee?
And I know somebody from Willacoochee. As a matter of fact, he committed suicide.
Okay. I'm not surprised.
So he's not living to verify your story. Name somebody who lived. See what I'm saying? That's how you stop him, CJ. The man had no witnesses.
Right.
All his witnesses dead. Are you related to the Clintons? Do y'all know they have like 68 of their closest friends, acquaintances have been all murdered? What kind of luck is that 68 of your acquaintances have been murdered? Not just died, murdered.
Yeah. They probably spoke out against them and then they try to get rid of them.
I guarantee there ain't no friend on the Clintons. And I'm telling you this now, we don't run the Clintons down on this show. Not on here, we don't talk about the Clintons. The Clintons can come find you from anywhere. Two people we ain't gonna talk about. We ain't gonna talk about the Most High and the Clintons. We not
the Benjamins.
And who?
And the Benjamins.
And the Benjamins. Listen, the Clintons gonna come and find you.
In my book, Bill Clinton was the best president ever, right?
Oh, you said that's how. Listen, me and you both, because I want to keep living.
That's right.
Listen, vote for him again.
Speaking of keep living, I was made aware. Tula sent over an article that's very interesting to me about a judge who has just passed away. I'm not too familiar with the story, but I would like to briefly share a clip of this video. So let's take a closer look. It's about 2 minutes long. I want to get y'all opinion on this thing.
There are new details in an investigation out of Letcher County, Kentucky, after a judge was fatally shot in his chambers, allegedly by the county sheriff. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. I'm John Jenko. Kentucky State Police say that happened in the Letcher County Courthouse in Whitesburg yesterday. Investigators report that 54-year-old district judge Kevin Mullins was shot after an argument inside the courthouse. State police say the 43-year-old Letcher County Sheriff Sean Steins was the shooter. He is in custody, charged with first-degree murder. News Channel 11's Ansley Daniel is live from Kentucky, where that investigation is ongoing. Ansley, what's the latest information to come out of this case?
Well, John, we've been here in Whitesburg all morning, and it is pretty quiet in this small mountain town. However, what happened inside of this closed courthouse yesterday is certainly the talk of the town. Now, those new allegations absolutely just came into our newsroom, so we're still digesting those ourselves, and I'm sure the folks around here are doing the same. Now, that federal lawsuit was filed Monday, and it alleges that a Letcher County Sheriff's deputy repeatedly sexually abused a woman in those very same chambers. Now, that woman claims that the former deputy, named as Ben Fields, forced her to have sexual relations for 6 months in exchange for staying out of jail. Now, Fields did plead guilty to raping the prisoner while she was on home arrest. He was sentenced to jail on charges of rape, sodomy, perjury, and tampering with evidence. But the lawsuit accuses the sheriff, Sean Mickey Steins, of deliberate indifference in failing to adequately train and supervise Fields. Now, Steins is being held in the Leslie County Jail. It's unclear when or where he will appear in court, and it's also unclear when this courthouse will reopen. Live in Whitesburg, Ansley Daniel, News Channel 11.
Wow.
Sure.
Let's check this out. This is one of my close acquaintances, him, Bill. He said that was near me. They said he was messing with the guy, 17-year-old daughter. She had pictures of him in her phone. Talking about the judge?
His daughter?
What?
Yeah, he says, yeah. So this in Kentucky.
I was wondering why he did that. That's crazy.
That must be near Kentucky, Louisville.
Wow.
Yeah, he said that was near me. I knew it was something. Let me tell you something. As a police officer, especially a sheriff, when he went in this man's office and went straight to his office and did this and shot him and walked out of bed, I knew it had to be something, because you know what the consequence. It ain't like, oh, I don't have no idea, I'm gonna go back to work. You look, certain things will make your mind go to where, you know, at this point, I don't care. I don't care. And I'm thinking him doing that was the issue. I think if it'd been like, just say it would have been me had did it to his daughter, so he'd have looked at this point, this is somebody I don't know, but I'm still pissed enough to kill him. I'm gonna let the law work. When I'm looking at this is somebody I know and I feel like you're a friend and I have security for you and you're a judge, I'm feeling like he probably took on his mind, they're not gonna be able to do anything to him. He's a judge. Other judges are gonna cover it for him. So, and I considered you to be a friend and you were sleeping with my daughter. Right. So I'm thinking he moved from that. But one thing I think they'll look at, he came around the other way. He went out the back and came around the other way and went back in the courthouse and gave him his gun and let him know that he was the one done it, because they didn't know he had done it. He had left out the back and went around. So they said when he came, they thought he was there to like come into the shooting. So that means they didn't even know it was him. But he let him go and gave him his weapon. So I mean that the town's just gonna be torn up, because then you have people gonna feel like, oh, even though he was a child molester, he shouldn't have died. And that's unfortunate. Yeah, you don't want to see life taken, but let's just be honest, man. I mean, it need to be a special place for people that molest kids. That's just bottom line. It need to be a special place, especially when you hold an office like judge and police. For average citizen, we feel like you the police gonna cover for you. You're a judge. Most judges are not going to give another judge a hard sentence.
That's true.
And that could have, especially looking, it would have been him right there in the county where he was a judge.
Yeah.
No doubt he probably looked at it from his standpoint. I gotta do this.
I have to kill him.
And I gotta look at this. I'm thinking, too, how many if you did it to my daughter, is my daughter the only underage kid you've been messing with?
I agree.
So I'm sure a lot went through his mind. It's both families lost. The sheriff family lost. It's a snare now on the sheriff department. It's another bad situation with the with the judge being killed, because the courthouse. Now you're gonna have the courthouse and the sheriff department going to be at odds with one another.
Yeah,
those people gonna have their opinion.
I feel preacher like for the sheriff that killed the judge, he felt like he couldn't live with the fact that he knew that the judge was doing something to his daughter, so he couldn't let it go, or he was not going to be able to live with himself. So he went there to kill.
I don't think it was that, sweetie. I don't think it was that he couldn't live. I think the problem got if I consider you be a friend, if I felt like you was a company, I felt like, you know, that I think he was more hurt and devastated on the fact that I couldn't believe you. I know you. And to know that you were doing that to my daughter just had him so enraged. I think that was more his end. It wasn't I couldn't live. It was the fact of you're not going to live. You know I'm the sheriff and you've been sleeping with my underage daughter and you the judge? Oh, no. I'm sure he looked at, I'm doing one thing. I'm killing this guy when I see him. And when he came to that office, he didn't shoot him right off. Because I think for him, even though he had the evidence, he wanted to hear him say it. He wanted to see if he was going to lie to him. That was the purpose of seeing his face. Don't lie to me. He probably shut on, then he probably saw the gun. Then he admitted it, thinking he wasn't going to shoot him. But he looked at, that's all I needed.
Yep. Was that the court? It was them discussing that issue? Oh, okay.
He came to the courthouse, asked for him, went into his chambers. He went in there and shot him. But they were in there talking, which means telling me now, I knew it was something. I knew he didn't just shoot him. So that makes sense. I thought maybe he had shot his wife or something, but I'm sure he pulled a gun on him and made him confess. He probably told her, yeah, don't kill me. I did. I made a mistake. He probably looked at you did. I'm gonna kill you.
Ooh.
Again, you think that's a friend?
As a father too. Ooh.
I want y'all to go listen to a song. It's by Reba McEntire, and it's called "The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia."
The night that the lights went out in Georgia. Come on, I know about that song.
It reminds see?
You didn't think we noticed, CJ. Look at that. Yeah.
See? We know a little bit of everything.
This kind of reminds me of that story.
Mm.
But if you hadn't heard it, go listen to it. And
I want to say they had a show behind it. It was a TV show that movie went with. It was a show, a movie or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because there's another song Reba does that there's a movie behind it too. She done a lot with that. Like she did a song and made a movie of it. So I love the storyline on this song.
I can't see.
Can we hear that? Why not let it play a little bit? Let's hear what it's saying.
Yeah, can you play it on YouTube?
He was.
Oh.
No, we constantly get strikes every time we play a song, so I wouldn't risk.
Oh yeah, they'll try to come here to say fair play. Oh, they want to boot us off. I don't know why, but they'll let child sex, bread knuckle fighting, all kind of stuff people shouldn't even be doing. Go then you play a song, you just only play. Right. Oh, now snatch you down. It's amazing the stuff they let people do. Videotape gang violence and people going to it's like just I don't know. Then you got the nerve to pick this is offensive, take this down. Like just stop it. I remember when YouTube used to be a clean place to come and watch videos.
You find porn in there.
Find porn. It is porn. Ain't nothing but porn, drugs.
Instagram, Richard, Facebook is not like you see. Have you guys seen that series going on? Maybe Thule, you most likely called Monsters on Netflix. It's about pedophilia. My question is, these two kids were supposedly, they don't know yet, but were supposedly raped and molested by their parents. So eventually these two kids killed their parents. However, the parents were also molested by their parents. So do you justify the fact that it's a chain? Like, would you feel bad for someone that molested their kids because they were molested by their parents as well? Or do they deserve to be killed, although they were a victim just like their kids are?
The system had to stop. So I was molested before. Not by my parents. So I never went and molested nobody. So unless a choice. I don't, people can use that and say, other people. I think that comes down to a person being so just holding hate in to where they don't know channeling it, to where not putting it back to the person that afflicted them, but causing the other people. I think there's another issue because a lot of people have been molested before and never molested anybody else or their own kids. I think a lot of people use that for an excuse. And of course, everybody mental is different. So I mean, I'll say that I can't say everybody into a situation, but capacity on it. But I never went to, oh, let me molest somebody, because that's never been the case. And I appreciate, the Most High for that mindset. So I think it's about, you're a vindictive person and you're a hateful person and you just want to see other people hurt. If you were hurt, if it set you back, there's no way you want anybody else in that condition or that position, right. Especially looking at them. You have the understanding of what that person is going through. Why would you want to see somebody else in that compromised position? So that says something about the person. Right.
So was the murder justified in a way because of what was happening to them, or because of their mental of the molestation or and sex abuse? I
would say, let me say this. I will have to grade it like this for me. And CJ, everybody, y'all tell us what you think. It depends on this. Do I find myself trapped? I can't get out. I'm being hurt on top of this. And now when you come or you have done it to me and you keep on and you won't stop, and then I kill you. If it happens periodically, it's still, but just kind of looking at the situation happening right here in the instant. If it's happening, I'm going away. I'm not being held captive. And you just all said, so I'm just gonna kill you. That kind of will play a little difference, if that makes sense. Still molested just when you trigger, but whether or not the person that molested them had been molested doesn't take away the fact of you were the perpetrator. That's like, okay, right? You kill me, but kind of found out I was robbed before. Does that take away from the thing?
Right. Yep.
So one. Don't, you know what I'm saying? At that end, I have to look at, I'm dealing with my situation. I'm being molested, and I don't know about your situation is your situation, but it's impacted me.
Okay.
So I'm just curious, when did they kill him? Because you remember that was a big thing with the Menendez brothers?
Yep. That's
what I thought of. That was that. What was it? That was it. So it was a pattern, supposedly.
Hold on for a minute. Because I was like, you talking about the Menendez brother?
But it's called the series is called Monsters and Netflix now. So that's the series. I didn't even know the story existed till now. Till I was watching the series, and it's pretty interesting. There's a lot of therapy and mental scenes happening there. How because of their mental, they almost get away with the murder. Now their story is kind of that they were constantly raped and constantly they live supposedly in that life. So I feel it's a little bit torturing when you were there since you were a little kid and you go through it. Like you said, it's completely different than versus you got molested once and you got away from that, atmosphere but what made you, what do you think makes you think like that, preacher? Get away with it and don't continue the pattern. Do you believe your beliefs help you with that, or do you believe people out there could actually understand that and go and thinking this way? Because a lot of the people out there feel like, no, I'm not forgiving, I'm killing, or I'm doing what they did to molestation.
These are the same boys too. Y'all remember? I remember the Menendez murder. When you were talking, I thought about it off the rip, but I didn't know that. Those are the same. They killed their parents while they were watching TV.
Right. I didn't even know that story. Wow.
Yeah, and they also went straight on a trip, spending money with their friends, traveling, going out to the street. That would make their story unbelievable because everybody's looking at y'all kill your parents and you weren't remorseful. Their friends didn't testify to it. But I think they're trying to bring that trial back up. They're trying to say that they found evidence that they were molested because nobody believed them.
Yeah, I haven't finished watching it, but it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, they was trying to bring that.
I've been wanting to watch something. I'll probably watch that one now. So
pretty interesting. I do recommend it. It's pretty interesting. Yeah.
Well, what say the rest of y'all about that? Are they justified? Do you think if they were being molested, if they kill them?
I think my thing is one wrong doesn't make another right, or another right don't make for wrong. So
a right don't make a you're right. A right don't make a wrong. A wrong don't make a right. You said a right don't make a wrong.
Well,
right
I probably said it back there. But you get the drift.
Yeah.
We get it. Yeah.
And then in the Bible, it's like the eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth, right?
Yeah.
So there's that part of it. But then again, you're supposed to love your neighbor and not hate your neighbor.
Yeah.
So, I think
it's a very hard topic to talk about. Yeah.
I've never been put in that situation, so I don't know what I do.
Okay.
Mental state of it. I'm sure about parent is like devastating because you see a parent as a protector.
That's
right.
As a
father, and then not as a lover. You know what I'm saying? As a person that victimizes you. So that's like mentally, that's got to really be like unraveling. Hard to kind of put back together. Well, we live in a sick world, y'all. All we can do is 1, 2, 3. Us 5 and those listening on the side and other people we know start making a difference. I'm a believer in that. If every one person makes a difference, sometimes you think it doesn't, but it takes everybody to play their part to make a difference. It does. Just like it took everybody to play their part to get the world to where it's at, where it's off balance, off center. It takes everybody to play their part to get it back. Stop just going along to go along. Stop disagreeing with something because it's black or it's white. And this stop. If it's wrong, it's wrong. It don't matter what the color of the person is wrong. You got to start right. People with consciences that have belief and convictions to stand for stuff. That's how you get changes. Right now, we're just in a mess. Everybody just worried about the individual person, but it takes all of us to coexist. All our coexistence keeps us existing. You can live somewhere out in the mountains, in the wood, or whatever, but you got to come out and buy stuff from people that trade or have the things that you need to survive. So it takes all of us to live. You can still have your own individual place, wherever it is you are, but learn and respect others. That's all we got to do. We ain't got to go in each other's house. We ain't got to hug and sing kumbaya. Be nice, but we respect each other because we all live here.
It goes back to that agree to disagree.
Yep.
Now?
It goes back to agree to disagree.
Yep.
Tuli, what do you think about that topic?
What were we talking about?
Molestation.
We went so far. That's tight. It's really tight. I definitely can understand both sides of it, looking at it, but I reserve my comment on that. It's tight, but it's not right. I think the justice system should deal with them accordingly. That's what I think. But it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible, and it's very hard because I know family member that went through that, and that was a very hard decision whether you were going to report it or not. They chose not to report it. So that was kind of difficult, and I don't think that they even did took out any measures to help heal the child, because we just not talk about it. When you do that, then of course, I guess back then, if you had to have help for the child, then you would have to, everything is going to come up to surface. You know what I'm saying? That we agree, just like let it go. But when you start getting help, there's going to be a therapist is going to say, well, you need to confront the person, or what happened to the person. And then you're going to start thinking about it. What didn't happen to the person, what happened to me is not fair. So I saw that full circle, and it actually the child, she was just damaged, So it was really bad that people didn't see, and I didn't know, of course, because I was young at that time. But as an adult, looking back and seeing behavior and patterns of things that happened, they actually damaged the child by not reporting it and not getting the child the help. And I definitely think it's because the help part didn't come in because of the reporting part that came with it, the other component of getting help.
Right. And I think it's funny you say that. And I think not only for someone that went through it, but also someone that sees clients that go through it constantly, it's easier for a child, believe it or not, to deal with it and confront it as a child versus an adult. Now you have to bring it out, and it's like it's more embarrassing to bring that out as an adult, and it hurts and it hinders your life more at that age than when you were a child, because you pretty much don't know what's going on. So now you're older, and it's like, whoa, it's like you hit yourself in the face, like all these things happen to me, and now I have to confront them, and it's just it's a lot. It's a lot of mental regarding that. So you're right. Yes, Bueno, I'm sorry I didn't.
You know, this reminds me of a story that Thule brought our attention a little bit earlier in regards to a lot of victims are actually students in school. I want to refresh y'all. It's a quick one, man. I'm going to play the first minute or whatever. It's a little longer than that, but I want to show y'all a discussion of something that recently happened in terms of an indictment with this teacher and a student that happened right here in Walton County, Georgia.
Oh, in Walton, right here?
Yeah. You're uncensored, and plus staying up late with us, we truly appreciate it. Let's kick off the factors. Scandal rocks the education system as an extremely popular educator is caught with her pants down, literally. High school cheer coach Adriana Williams is facing sexual assault charges. She went viral 3 years ago for this back to school rap.
What's poppin'? Brand new year and I'm locked in. Far as this teaching go, I am unreachable. I'm number one in your top 10. Miss Williams, been poppin'. 2020 new school, you're dropping. No COVID-19, ain't worried about a thing when economy ain't no stopping. I can teach a class.
I ain't gonna lie, she was jamming. She was jamming. Williams was arrested, however, Tuesday after video of her in bed with a minor surfaced on social media. She has since bonded out. She faces 1 to 20 years in prison if found guilty. Tonight, we ask, what would drive a teacher to an act like this and risk it all, career and all? Joining us to talk about it, therapist Dr. Nick Hardy and educator Arnetta Murray.
Just wanted to just play that first little clip. When it comes to molestation and all, in my mind, it always seems to be a double standard when it's a female who's actually molesting a male. And that's something that I don't think is right. And I just want to shed light on that aspect to it. It's always wrong, no matter if it's male, female, male, female, female, male, vice versa. It's all wrong.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, I 100% agree. But honestly, like, I really feel like right now is pretty much equal. Like when they're finding this pedophiles, regardless if it's man or female or male, the sentence that they're giving them is ridiculous. 5 to 10 years, 3 to 4 years. And to me, it's just ridiculous. It makes you think, at what point is it really worth coming out and saying, hey, this is happening to me, when the victimizer is getting only 3 to 5 years of sentence.
No, so Andrew, he said he found his cousin dead in the truck on his way home listening to the show. So that happened today, Andrew. I'm sorry to hear that. I saw you said just checking back in.
Wow.
Because I'm sorry, definitely sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. He said he found his cousin dead. We're definitely sorry to hear that. Yeah, prayers. Wow. So definitely. And you know what? And then I don't know, was it self-inflicted or was it something, was he found? We don't know. It's a high do. Yes, I am. Okay. Definitely, we praying for you then. I mean, and that's where the world is at now. I mean, crime rate is an all-time high, from gangs to drugs.
Well, I will say this: Rockdale County, our jail holds 700 to 800, and we only have 315 or so in there. So that's pretty good for Rockdale County.
But the jail is dilapidated; it needs work.
Right.
And
it needs to be updated.
We need to.
I'm sorry about that, Andrew.
Yeah,
we're definitely sorry to hear that, Andrew. I don't know if he can talk about it or not. Sorry, I know
he said he thinks it's a heart attack.
Oh, okay. Listen, life is short. I tell everybody, that's why you got to make the most of it while you can. I ain't saying go get all the dust that you get. You gotta take life and take your time. You got to really consider your decisions.
Yeah.
And learn kind of what's worth kind of unraveling about it, what's like let's let it go and keep moving. Life's just too short to tie yourself up. Before you know it, between the hustle and bustle trying to make it on every day, the economy, prices of things are going up, jobs. I know. I think it was. I had somebody time. Dell. I think it was Dell. They just laid off a bunch of workers the other day to AI. Good paying job. They just let a bunch of them go this week.
Wow.
Those people went to work and found out they were let go because they got AI technology. You're talking about people that are making 100,000, 60, 80,000, 110, 20. Man, that throw you off. You got a house, you got a career, you got private. Yeah, there's a lot of people that put in the street with no warning.
That's why I went into the business with pest control. You never get rid of pests.
That's right. I know that right. We got to get you to put a little something on the love dot. Well, he done got married now. Somebody done bought that pet. So, yeah, he married now, CJ. He's married now. He brand new now. How that married life doing?
Hey, it's been going good. I should have got married a lot sooner, but you were holding me back.
Now the man. Man, it's nice to wake up, have somebody on the side, have breakfast, cook, dinner. Now, how many meals do you get? 3 square meals, or you get your own lunch? You do breakfast.
Hey, whenever I want it, all I gotta do is ask for it. Whatever I want it. Whatever.
Listen, okay, you still in the honeymoon, so I start off like that, and that is whatever I want to go and buy. I said I'm hungry. She said, "What you gonna buy?"
But Preacher also he's not used to it, so right now to him it's like,
oh yeah,
hey,
cloud 9.
Wait for those commissioner meetings, Tony. When those commissioners meetings start happening at dinner time, you'll be getting your own food.
Wow, CJ.
Listen, when we had kids now, she cooking more. She cooks regular, but sometimes she be looking at, hey, you come home, she like, so you knew you were hungry and you didn't get nothing to eat before you came home. I said, yeah,
you have a restaurant in your house, Preacher. Anything you want. You like something in the restaurant, she remakes it for you.
This is my Hispanic friend Jessica. You don't know her.
I don't know her. I don't know who you are.
She want to know about Taylor. She said, "Tell what kind of meals you cook for your husband."
We're always sending pictures of her meals every time. When I cook, when she cooks, she's always sharing pictures of her meals.
So Jessica can cook.
She can cook.
Oh, Jessica, that's all right. Jessica, we got you in there. Well, I heard. Oh, I might have heard somebody already had an hour there, Jessica. Kuma Matata. Yeah, she not know that, did it? Yeah, I know everything. Yeah.
She cooks pretty good. Yeah, she cooks pretty good. I don't know. We compete. I cook good too, so
that's right.
We're trying to get to that level where Smitty sees something, Tuli sees something in the restaurant, and she can remake it. I'll get there one day.
I try.
Tula do that. But I guess somebody she tried. She can make it. That's one thing.
My specialty is homemade Southern biscuits. That's what I make.
Homemade Southern biscuits. So what? They don't be pretty. They just be good, huh?
Oh, they be pretty too.
For it. Now, see that you gotta you gotta take a pic. Do this.
We gotta see a picture.
Yeah.
Hey, I got it up on YouTube. Go look at it. I got a video.
Okay.
What is it called? CJ Biscuits.
I can't remember what it is. Making homemade biscuits, I think. So it's down there. When I was trying to start YouTube, I didn't know what I was wanting to do, so I did a whole lot of different videos. So
now, CJ, you're not married, are you?
I'm not. I'm single, and I love it.
Listen, we need to put that. So we need to put them homemade biscuits up there. If you're doing what you said with them biscuits, now you can have 2 more foots under their cover.
And I'm making homemade chicken and dumplings this weekend. So
man, that's a long time too. You know something? I ain't had that in a long time.
I can't do that.
Yes, she can do anything. She can do it. My baby got talent.
She does.
Yeah, she really can. Now I'm telling you something, CJ. Cake, cookies, any of that stuff. She can do it. She can cook.
I need to come over one time when y'all have a big dinner.
Yeah, she can do it. Yeah, we definitely appreciate you dropping in with us, CJ. You didn't have to do that. We definitely appreciate it, George, you coming in here and your input, thoughts, and that's what it takes to make change. Seeing where our indifferences at and our differences, and then coming in and getting we all get on one page. We appreciate y'all guys coming in and to make it. That's how the world will be a better place. If all of us put our 2 cents in together, we'll come up with a whole $1. We can make some change.
And that's one reason I did. That's one reason I started my show too, chatting it up with CJ. We just need a conversation, talk about it, black or white. And it's not a black or white issue. You know, come on, talk about it if there's an issue, and settle some stuff.
And we appreciate, and be sure to catch CJ. So CJ, how do you catch on Blog Talk too?
Just on YouTube and Facebook.
YouTube.
Well, I do have a podcast now, the CJ Lester Show. I just started. So that's going to be on all the major channels and stuff like that. So
okay, that's good to know. But anyway, y'all can we're chatting it up with CJ on Friday and Saturday night, 6 p.m. We appreciate y'all, and don't forget, if anybody asks you, do you mind? You tell them you always mind. Every Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. right here on Two Mics in My Mind. And nobody else told you they love you. Hey, we love you. In our language, it's called Lahar. Tula, Love Doctor, Resident Joe, take us home.
Yeah.
CJ. Yeah, we're going to do it. CJ, what we do right here at the end, we make up just a quote. It could just be something. We just get them something off the head, just top out the head. We just set them off with a quote. It could be anything.
Well, since we've been talking about it, I'll go say, go love somebody tonight.
That's all right. Ooh,
yeah,
I like
that.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. So if you go ahead.
You know what, CJ? And my response to that, CJ, is I'm gonna take your advice and I'm gonna go love somebody tonight. Yeah.
Oh my God, you're so
yeah. He's gonna go to sleep. No good.
Oh my God. Preacher, he's gonna go to the bathroom.
That's all. That's it.
What you got for us, Dr. Joe?
Me. In a world full of toxicity, I'm gonna follow you, CJ. I'm gonna go with love. Be the love this world needs.
What's that word you use? Toxicity.
In a world full of toxicity, be the love this world needs.
Hold on for a minute. When we talk like down here about no toxicity, who teach you?
You, preacher.
Come, ain't no touching no toxicity. We don't use that no.
Man.
That's right. Listen, if the world needs love, then give it to them.
I like that. I like that.
Oh, Tula's so jealous. She hate that.
You gotta top that one.
Look good on you, Tula. What you got for?
You gotta
they
top
can't
that
be
one,
like us. Come on, Tula.
Oh, I got one. Love begins in the mirror.
Oh
yeah, I like that. I like
it again.
Yeah.
No, don't push that stuff on. She stole that from Michael Jackson.
I did
Totally.
No, starts in the mirror.
That really came from me right here.
That
was beautiful.
Thank you. But I do have one that's not mine.
Okay, hold on. We gotta get love doctors first. Come on, love
I
doctors.
already did mine.
Yeah.
Oh,
that doesn't help the world. That helps you only.
Exactly.
You're so selfish. In a world full of selfish, do not be selfish.
That's Spanish right here for Tula. What is this Spanish right here? Love Resident Joe.
I'm not even gonna translate that, preacher. That's not beneficial for him.
That's not beneficial for him. Tula, you know what he's saying?
My friend, I have many friends. My friend has.
I'm not even gonna. It's not good for him.
My Hispanic friend has many jobs, something like that. Anyway, we'll have to have that.
All right, go ahead.
The only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Right,
I like it.
Right.
I like it. I like it. Great job, Tula.
For me.
Oh, yeah. What about what Derek said before you go? I like that.
Great job calling in.
The reason why they make sidewalks is because everybody ain't made for the streets. I like that.
Yeah.
We like that. I'm going to say that one. We appreciate it. Hold on. Got one
I
more.
like that one.
Where there is love, there is vida.
Life.
Right.
Vida means life.
Oh, vida. Okay. Yeah, I was going to translate that. They ain't let me go.
Oh, I'm sorry, preacher. I interrupted your translation.
Whatever. We appreciate all y'all. We are going to go. Appreciate you again, CJ. Please drop by anytime.
Yeah.
We always welcome on this show. You hear me?
Always.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
We're about to take it back. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Tony and Lee on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love got me going live on the radio. 2 mics and a mind on the radio. Radio, turned up 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 on the radio. 2 nights and a mind. 2 nights and a mind. 2 nights and a mind. 2 nights and a mind.
All right, you do something better, I do something better, and we'll be better together. Until next week, y'all willing. Good night.